Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Right Angle Podcast. I am your host, Right Angle. Your co-host is gone right now. Jolan Douthall is on a business trip, but I have another co-host here for you, and his name goes by
Salmon McLovin.
Salmon McLovin. Hello, Salmon.
How's it going?
I don't know. I'm doing pretty good. Today, I have a couple news stories I'd like to talk to you about the entertainment business in general. Okay, so real thing, right? Let's get right into it. Venom. I want to talk about Venom real quick. That's been actually genuinely breaking records right now. Venom has surpassed the entire X-Men franchise.
No way.
From the last article I read, it said in like surpassed the X-Men franchise. I'm gonna double check it, but I'm pretty sure they're assuming it's China, because apparently Venom in China blew up. Like, it was insane. Like, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say China just really likes some tentacles too. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking the same thing. They're into some tentacle shit.
But I think they're related to the Japanese culture in a way. You know what I mean? But seriously, I think Sony has to like kiss China's butt because that's the only reason why Venom is still alive. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know how to describe it. Venom was already a bigger success than I feel like Sony predicted in the first place. Because, as you know, the projections showed when they were talking about the movie beforehand that it was going to fail in the box office. Oh, like, in 1 minute it's going to say it's going to be great. Next minute they're going to be like, it's going to suck. Kept changing back and forth. Eventually, as we all know and found out now, that the movie actually did a lot better than we thought, and people thought it was a lot better than what the reviewers said it was, which is comparing to like Catwoman and all the like Batman and Robin, all the garbage superhero movies. I personally, in my personal opinion, I had fun with it. I thought it was a funny, goofy movie. It was like it wasn't necessarily a good movie, but I thought it was a lot of fun. It was very entertaining.
I think if you go in there with low expectations, very low expectations, and take the movie as just a Venom movie and not an Eddie Brock story or an Eddie Brock romantic love relationship that was in the beginning part of the movie. That was terrible. Literally the first like third of the movie, you just want to blow your brains out. But as soon as like Eddie gets infected by Venom, you're just like, oh my God, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. And I just want it to be Eddie and Brock. Or the same person.
Eddie and Brock.
Venom and Brock, excuse me.
Venom, I thought was very, very comedic at parts. I was like, wow, it was kind of funny. I actually like, because Jolan Douthall brought up he brought up the fact how he doesn't like the idea now of Spider-Man and Venom fighting. They almost ruined it, because I don't dislike Venom.
I don't either.
You know what I mean? Like, he's not a bad guy.
He's an anti-hero.
By the end of the movie, he literally was like, I want to be a good guy kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, well, you know, if Spider-Man and Venom fight now, it's kind of dumb. You know what I mean? It's kind of stupid.
I think that Sony has created this whole new universe now because A, they're kind of losing Spider-Man, and B,
well, I got to comment on that in a second. Go ahead.
And B, I just think that having Venom be an anti-hero wouldn't really make sense to have Venom and Spider-Man fight.
Yeah.
And plus, they live on opposite coasts now.
Oh, yeah, now
so there's clearly no point of them ever meeting or fighting.
Yeah. Well, like, a big thing that I'm already hearing is because of the success of Venom, Spider-Man apparently is having a really good chance of going back to Sony. Like, because Spider-Man has, like, I believe it's a 6-movie contract with Marvel. 3 of his own solo movies and 3 appearances in some of the other movies. Well, he's already had 2 appearances in the other movies, Civil War and Infinity War. We just need 1 more appearance in another film, and then we need 2 more movies of a solo film, and Far From Home's on its way here.
Yeah, so his last appearance will be in Infinity War.
In theory.
Then he'll have his solo film, in theory.
You know, like, yeah, in theory, like, I don't know what they're going to do about the timeline about that, but I will give that in a sec. But yeah, he has now, the only thing he has left is 2 solo films and either 2 solo films and another cameo-esque, like a little role in another film, or 2 little roles in another film and 1 last solo film, which is this upcoming one, which I doubt. But I also, at this point, it's almost like guaranteed Sony's not going to reinstate the contract with Marvel to get Spider-Man stayed over at Disney because there's no reason to. If they can get bank off Venom, which is a side character, they're probably like, if we get Spider-Man back, we got our piggy bank back. You know what I mean? Like, it's no longer the Amazing Spider-Man where the box office was dropping. Now it's back to, well, if Venom's doing great, I wonder what Spider-Man can do. He could probably do better. You can thank Avi Arad for half that crap, and it's not that is not a compliment. I do not like Avi Arad. Oh, what's going on?
I just read. I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but there's an article that I found on Variety.com. I don't know if they're a good website, but this seemed to have given Venom a bit of a boost in sales wise. It says here some Venom watchers were Stan Lee fans who said they were buying tickets to see the film in honor of the creator of Marvel and the not really the Venom character, but just to honor the Marvel creator himself.
Okay, so recently they've been watching the film because Stan Lee was
died, and so they went to go see the movie, which seems to be the only Marvel movie that's kind of out right now.
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure it's the only Marvel film out. Yeah, that's because there's no other Marvel film. Like the next Marvel film that's coming out is Captain Marvel,
and then aren't they re-releasing Deadpool in theaters?
Yes, they are. They are re-releasing. It's called Once Upon a Deadpool. They're re-releasing Deadpool 2 in a PG-13 rating, and they're making a mockery out of it. Like they're self-aware that we're going PG-13 now.
Mm-hmm.
The movies, I wonder how different the movie. They filmed I think over 30 minutes worth of new scenes.
That's kind of weird.
Well, I feel like they got to change a lot of the story some point because Deadpool is a very raunchy character.
I'm surprised. Why are they doing this?
I have a theory. I think it's because Disney now is about to own Fox. That means Disney's about to own Deadpool. So I think they're testing the waters to see
smart.
if is Deadpool still cash in and PG-13 rating. Do we have to make him rated
And
R?
I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Do we have to do a rated R audience when it could be PG-13 instead? Which am I going to agree with? Not really, because I do really enjoy the Deadpool films. I used to be a big Deadpool fan. I really love the films, and to this day, I really do dig them a lot. Deadpool 2 is not as good as the first, but I still really enjoyed it for what it was.
I thought it was a good sequel for the first one, but I still think the first one has that charm.
Yeah, the first one has that almost low budget charm to it. Even look it up. It had a low budget compared to superhero movies now. They obviously put a lot of Deadpool 1, obviously Deadpool 2 is also a passion project, but Deadpool 1 was definitely a piece of Ryan Reynolds' heart to you,
It was art.
Yeah, it was great art.
Anyway,
one more thing about Venom. So Sony added two Marvel projects for the year 2020. Untitled.
Sony did?
Yes.
I think it was
Venomverse.
Venom 2.
For the Venomverse. It could be Venom 2, but
That's
also
what
could be
the
Silver Sable movie.
What's that? Oh, the Black Cat or
the Black and Sable or whatever it was. And also, don't forget there's a couple other movies they're going on that want to make. It's Kraven the Hunter and Morbius. Vampire.
Morbius. Okay, that
Morbius
makes
the
sense.
Vampire. And Jared Leto is supposed to star as Morbius.
I just don't like Jared Leto.
Oh yeah, you're not a big fan of Jared Leto.
So to the listeners listening in, there's a movie that came out called Suicide Squad. I don't know if you've ever fucking heard of it.
I don't know.
But it's a bad movie. But no, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a funny story. I don't think I ever told you this.
Go for it.
But when I went to go see the movie, it was actually my first date with a girl.
Really?
The first girl I ever dated.
Yes.
And I got really nervous. So I asked
Name censored.
if he would tag along.
No way.
As a third wheel.
Name drop. Zach?
Drop. But it was just, when I saw the movie, I thought it was great the first time I saw it. And then the movie came out on DVD and Blu-ray. I didn't buy it. Don't tell anybody I told you this, but I kind of went on the interwebs and looked up the movie.
Oh, no.
I pirated it off the internet and I watched it again. And I was like, I enjoyed it the first time. Maybe I'll enjoy it the second time. That movie's a hot pile of shit. Can I let you know? I really thought Jared Leto was a good Joker, but I think it was the ads and the people in articles going, Jared Leto, the next best Joker. I was like, oh dang. And then I watched the movie, I was like, he is a pretty good Joker. And then I watched it again, I was like, No, he's fucking not.
No,
Say it.
yeah.
Like,
Jared Leto's Joker was very like I don't like calling it the Suicide Squad. I don't like calling it. I call it Hot Topic, the movie.
it is.
It's Hot Topic, the movie. It's like literally Harley Quinn is the face to all edgy Hot Topic girls that want to show that they are
Goth
alive.
girls.
They're alive and they don't care.
Exactly.
That's right. And Jared Leto's is Jared Leto.
Did you hear about that? When we were in high school, there was that one girl who dressed up like Harley Quinn.
I heard. No. I know what you're talking about because I witnessed our principal telling her to take off her clothes in front of her.
Wait, what?
No, that's not what happened.
Wait, wait, hold on.
That is false. That is not true. So like what happened was she essentially called her out and was like, "Hey, that's a little inappropriate. Go change." And so she did. It was kind of jarring when I walked in. I was like, "Oh, there's Harley Quinn."
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, ugh. I mean, she's not even that pretty.
To be fair,
keep
it's
in mind.
Halloween. Okay, I will understand. Like it is Halloween.
It was a Halloween costume, but still, it wasn't appropriate for. Like, no one comes to school. I wanted to see her parents. I wanted to be like, you let your daughter come into school wearing this?
I mean, like, I don't know.
Harley Quinn is like a sex icon in a way.
That's true. I feel like she became like Margot Robbie is like I
mean,
know.
she's super hot.
The bro fantasy. Well, because like it started with Wolf of Wall Street,
It really did.
and then don't get me started about I, Tonya.
That was a good movie though.
I really love I, Tonya.
But as you know, Rob, I was and I still kind of am. I can't hate on it too much. But I am still a diehard Guardians of the Galaxy fan, even though I didn't really like how they used Star-Lord in Infinity War. That's kind of what drew me away from Guardians of the Galaxy and made me love Iron Man a little bit more. But how do you feel about James Gunn directing the new Suicide Squad movie?
You know, I feel like it's almost like a game of chess between Marvel and DC, the MCU and the DCEU. But I feel like it's a smart decision because James Gunn is known for using outcast characters that aren't very well known. Like before the movie Guardians of the Galaxy came out, I could give a shit what the Guardian of the Galaxy was. I had no clue who they are. As a matter of fact, I didn't
know who they are until I saw it.
I didn't feel interested in watching the movie in the first place, but my cousin came down and decided to watch it with me, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll go watch it. And I loved it. I really enjoyed James Gunn video, especially mainly the first one.
It's because, you know why, though? It's because he uses music to tell the story. And
Yeah.
I think that's just, it's so interesting to see him do that because I wouldn't say not a lot of movies do it, but it doesn't pop up very often where music tells the story in a way. But I do want to say that for me, it's like Deadpool with you. I thought the first movie was like it was art. I just thought it was so good. And then the second movie came out, I was like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I had fun. It was good. Nothing to write home about. But the first one was just...
The first one was really good. It was really amazing on
so
James Gunn's
good.
part. That's why I think it's very smart of them to pick him up. I think Disney's already kind of like having that little like underbelly like aching, their little belly ache because they're realizing that what they lost in James Gunn because he wasn't very creative for it. That was such an impulsive decision. I can't wrap my head around it.
And it wasn't Marvel.
It was no, it wasn't Marvel. It was the head of Disney.
Why? So like he I know it was the tweets that he posted. But have you seen other...
Well, Kevin
famous-
Feige didn't even know that he was fired till he saw it like everyone else on the news.
I bet Kevin was pissed.
I feel like Kevin was kind of pissed.
He was like,
if they're gonna,
who cares?
If they're gonna throw that under the chain, let's not mention the fact that Disney made a fucking cartoon with Donald Duck as a Nazi, and stuff
Exactly.
like that. I'm like, okay, well then he made an edgy joke about like, what was it? I forgot what it was.
It was something about AIDS.
Yeah, it was AIDS. It was something
was
stupid.
an
It was
AIDS
a
joke.
dumb joke.
It wasn't like-
and he self-admitted it was a stupid little edgy joke that he just did to be an edgy teen.
And you know what? It happened so long ago. And that's an excuse that people use, which I'm kind of okay with. Like, oh, it happened so long ago. He moved on from it. He's clearly not tweeting the same tweets anymore.
Yeah, he clearly is not like doing the edge. He's very conscious of what he puts
And
out.
I feel like if someone brought up the Donald Duck Nazi thing to Disney, they'd be like, but that happened so long ago.
Well, people spammed them about that, and obviously I don't think they had much of a comment. It just, I don't understand the mindset of let's ban this dude because of one tweet. Some people really do think that was an appropriate punishment, but I don't understand.
It wasn't just the one tweet. He had like multiple other tweets that he posted,
Well,
but they
like-
were all the same. It was all around the same
All a
time.
bunch of edgy jokes that he did. Well, if you look at what if you look at his list of things he has directed, it totally falls under his edgy jokes. Zero to like Splatterhouse stupid movies. It's like the quality of Zombies versus Strippers. Like, yes, I've watched that movie. It's hilarious. But like, it's like not.
He also directed the movie Super.
Yeah,
Like, what'd you expect, Disney?
like it's just. I feel like
Keep in mind, this is also the same guy who directed Scooby-Doo.
he helped write Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters
he
Unleashed.
helped write it, excuse me.
Thank God
And
we had
Scooby-Doo
that.
2.
Thank God we had that gem. I love that movie.
I love Scooby-Doo.
I'll defend Scooby-Doo.
I don't care. It's a fun kid
I love
movie.
Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Really?
I will defend that movie. That pterodactyl was badass.
Terrible.
Taking fucking
And then
costumes.
the fart joke with Velma.
That was hilarious.
With Velma in her leotard suit.
Call me mommy.
Oh yeah. And then there's a scene in Scooby-Doo where Seth
You
Green.
love telling me this.
I
guy.
love this because there's a version of the movie where Seth Green says he like puts someone against the wall and he goes, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" But he says it like really quietly and he says
really
it super
low-key.
and like really fast so you can't understand it the first time.
We're like, also, did you know, guys, that the movie Clue had different endings?
Fuck you!
And different
Fuck.
had different
Have
endings.
you heard the
and-
Clue soundtrack? It's amazing. I will defend Clue the movie till the day I die.
They have different endings in different theaters.
It did. That's a fun fact about the damn movie. You don't tell me that Tim Curry isn't the greatest actor of all time.
It was.
And he's sitting in his chair going, his wheelchair going, I remember playing in Clue.
I remember hearing that fact.
Tim Curry has polio.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Tim Curry has polio. I'm not going to deny that. I like Clue. I thought it was a decent movie.
Decent movie. I
thought it was a decent movie.
That's fine.
I'm sorry. Clue was the reason why that is where the MCU got its
I
formatting
loved Clue
from.
because it was edgy.
Iron Man, Clue.
That was my foot.
Oh, stop.
That was my bad.
I thought Iron Man was taking off behind me.
No, Iron Man and Clue, they're on the same level.
No.
Yes.
Clue outclasses Iron Man.
No, they're on the same level for me.
No, you know what's number one? I'm telling you. Freaky Friday.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
Freaky Friday's a rocker, dude.
I just remember the scene
They
where,
remade
like-
it. They remade Freaky Friday. It's horrible.
Wait, what?
They
I
did.
gotta
Look
this
it up. It is a live action Disney.
While I'm looking that up, oh my god, never mind. I looked up Freaky Friday. It's Lil Dicky and Chris Brown and their song Freaky Friday.
Didn't they? Yeah, they use that song.
Keep in mind, if you have not watched Freaky Friday and you have seen the recent Halloween movie,
It's basically a big trailer for the reboot.
no, I was gonna say that Jamie Lee Curtis is in both movies.
Yep.
Let me just clarify that.
Jamie Lee Curtis is and will
babe.
always will be a babe.
She is hot. I'll tell you what. I've seen pictures of her naked.
I'll tell you what. I want to know that.
She's personally sent this to me. She was like, Sam, I just thought about you, and I know you're going through a tough time. So here's some naked pictures of me. Have you seen that Eddie Murphy movie in
Coming to America?
No, every time I say Eddie Murphy, you say Coming to America.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie, but not on Clue level. Have you seen Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy? And Eddie Murphy plays this like poor black dude, and he basically like gets absorbed into this company. And Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy switch places.
Have you saw Haunted Mansion?
You son of a bitch!
You saw Haunted
I
Mansion.
have seen Haunted Mansion.
Remember the kids was afraid of spiders.
Remember the Eddie Murphy accent I could used to do? The laugh.
I can't do
I
it.
can't do it anymore. I don't
Try
know.
it. It's like,
It sounds so bad. All right, we're getting a little off track here.
Little.
Oh,
Start talking about the Clue movie
I want to go.
and Scooby Doo.
Hey, I want to talk about Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, go for it. What
Okay.
do you have to say?
I am super duper, flooper duper excited for this fucking movie.
Me too. As you guys will find out, me and Joland is really good fans. Like what?
I would say that-
we're really strong fans of Spider-Man.
Out of the three of us, I know nothing about Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Name censored.
it was kind of.
I know enough to get by.
You know, I make enough to get by.
No, I would say I know quite a bit about Spider-Man, but compared to these two, you can throw me under the bridge.
You bet your buckle.
I don't even know what that means.
Catch you betcha.
Anyway, I'm really excited for this movie. I think I'm gonna see it for the story, but I really want to see it for the art. I think the art in this movie is just, it's amazing.
The extra credit scene for Venom was awesome because I got to see the dots everywhere. Because if no one knew, I forgot what they're called. There's a name to them.
It's the type of printing they use.
Yeah, the type of printing they use for the comics we used to use, and they're like a bunch of dots everywhere. And the movie actually formats the film like that. It's
really fucking
really
cool.
cool. It's really awesome.
It's like if you look really close at your newspaper and you go to the comic section, you can it kind of does the same thing sometimes, and you can see that the dots, when you look closely, also have different colors within them besides the one color that you're mainly seeing. It's because they're mixing colors. They call that what is it called? Additive color or it's like additive or subtractive coloring. So you know how, like, let me explain this real quick.
Okay.
So it's either additive or subtractive. I don't know which one it is. On your computer,
I can hear your chair creaking over there.
hold on. Additive. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's called additive color. So what it is it's what you see on screens mainly. So when you open up your computer, you just see a black screen, right?
Yes.
And so you turn on your computer and it projects all these colors onto it. So you only get about red, green, and blue.
Yes.
And when all those mix together, they also make these other colors, which is like yellow, like magenta, and pink, basically.
Okay.
And then the farther you go into mixing those colors, they finally make white. So it all starts with black and it goes to white. And then subtractive color is the opposite way. And then they use that for like printing and stuff like that. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about the formatting.
This is what I learned at VCU, all right?
Yeah. Shout out. Shout out
Shout out to
VCU.
VCU. Anyway, let's go back to talking about Spider-Verse. We got really off track there.
Again.
Really again. So what I read here is that people are making predictions about how much money this movie is going to make within, I guess, the first weekend, like when it comes out.
Yes.
People are predicting that it's going to make about $30 million, but people are also saying that it could make an extra $10 million. So it could be between $30 or $40 million, which I guess makes sense.
That's pretty reasonable to
Like,
say.
how much, I wouldn't say it's on the level of like Infinity War, which made
that's
almost
out
made
of,
$1 billion.
No, almost it did. It made like I think 3 billion.
I think it's the highest grossing movie.
It's in the top 5, I think.
Yeah, I think Star Wars might have beat it out.
I think Star Wars did beat it out.
I can't remember.
It beat out Black Panther. I know that. But yeah, no, I heard that so far, according to what I read today, early reviews show people saying that it is the best Marvel film to date.
That is a bold
That is
statement.
a bold statement. That's why I'm like, okay, there's been a lot of Marvel films.
And this is why I hate reading articles and looking at trailers, because it builds up a lot of hype. And sometimes when you go see a movie, you
almost get overhyped, and then
it's like all the hype is very overwhelming. You go see the movie, it's like, well, it's a good movie, but it wasn't worth the hype. So that's why I hate looking at trailers and reading articles, about movies, because I'll build myself up without even knowing it. But what I try to do and what I'm gonna do for this movie is have very low expectations for it, and then usually I have a better time watching that movie.
Of
anyway,
course.
also I read somewhere, where was it? This is a weird article. I don't think it's 100% true, but I just thought it was interesting that I found it. It's on comicbook.com. It's called, the article says, PlayStation Plus members getting 8 invites to a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse early screening.
Really?
Yeah, and I haven't gone too far into it just yet, but it says here, the PlayStation Plus program serves a number of benefits to its members. You get a free game every month, online access to a variety of hit titles, and a lot more. And if the sale price is going and the sale price it's going for right now wasn't alluring enough, there apparently seems to be another benefit going around: free movie tickets.
Ooh.
To one of this holiday season's hottest shows.
Hottest
It
shows.
says here, a tweet from a Twitter user by the name of, I'm gonna butcher it, Otaku de Noche, suggests that Sony is sending out screening offerings to various PlayStation Plus members for a forthcoming screening of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
The screening looks to be taking place around December 1st, around 5 p.m. That is a whole 13 days before the movie comes out.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's like Jeremy Johns level.
We've reached Jeremy Johns.
Jeremy Johns sees all the movies really early.
I don't
And
think he always-
here's the tweet, and it's probably photoshopped.
Is this tweet from Jeremy Johns?
No, it's the 2D con whatever. I almost said 2D
Censored.
Well, you can't say that on that show. Yeah, we can. I don't think this is 100% true, but I just thought it was a very interesting article.
Okay.
People can't really see it, but I'm showing it to you.
I'll shoot up a little screenshot.
Yeah.
On the
So this is what it is. I'm pretty sure it's photoshopped, but it's pretty interesting. It was a pretty interesting article. I would do say so myself. But do you think it's real? Do you think Sony would do something like this?
Do I think it's real? That is a good question there, Steve. I don't know. I feel like Sony would do something like this because it will encourage, like, it's for, it's for the fans.
As the wise words of me.
It's for the fans.
It's for the fans.
How
could they do this to the fans?
I actually think this is for the fans. Because, like, I feel like also considering, like, if you really,
And it's not everybody.
yeah, if you really think about it, this is for the holiday season. Like,
It is.
the holiday season's here. It's time for mommy and daddy to start busting out their wallets, start busting a nut on their cash.
Whoa,
and
whoa,
giving
right
it and giving it to Best Buy and Walmart and GameStop. So I feel like what more of an alluring factor than, hey, not only do you get all these benefits, but you also get a chance to have an early screening of the new Spider-Man movie, which everyone likes Spider-Man usually.
That is true. Spider-Man is the hottest trend, I think, this year.
Yeah.
I think ever since Civil War, Spider-Man has just skyrocketed.
Well, like, I feel like it's back,
More than ever.
It's back in the public because, like, I remember, like, it left. I mean, like, okay, we can have.
It didn't even leave for that long.
That's going to have a whole other podcast, a whole thing on this, but The Amazing Spider-Man 2 kind of left a sour taste in everyone's mouth, but I will defend the movie to the point where it has
music.
It has,
Is
the
so
music's
good.
amazing. The soundtrack's great. The suit is dead on. It's perfect, and of course, the film wasn't that great, but the swinging scenes were awesome. So then that happened, and then Spider-Man started blowing up in the community again. Hearing the news was going to the MCU, and then of course Civil War came out, and everyone liked that Spider-Man. And then Homecoming came out, and then the fan base started getting more diverse. That's for another episode. But yeah, I feel like Spider-Man's back into the more not public eye, but casual eye. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I
Casual
think they've
filmmakers.
taken Spider-Man
Filmmakers.
and just made it to where, like, it could be relatable to anybody. Anybody could talk about Spider-Man.
How do you mean? Talking about the character itself?
What I think I mean, I think that's just some shit I pulled out of my ass. No, what I think I mean is, like, yeah, it's I'm just agreeing with you saying that it's more to the casual eye, and so when people go see a Spider-Man movie, they'd be like, oh my god, I can relate with Spider-Man.
Yeah, well,
That's what I mean.
Well, that's what, like, okay, so like my middle origin story for how I became a Spider-Man fan anyway, even though I will have a whole episode talking about this subject. I watched Spider-Man Homecoming. I'll be honest, when I first saw Spider-Man in theaters and to where I thought he was an annoying little shit, I hated him. I really
go in depth with that.
I did not like him. I was like, this guy's annoying. I hate him. Fuck Spider-Man. But then as soon as like Homecoming came out, I really started to dig Spider-Man. I was like, this guy's really I can really relate to him on a lot of levels.
Exactly.
And I was like, all right, let me research into this character. And then I really did a lot of research, read a lot of the comics, and now I'm like I'm a pretty I can say I'm a pretty big Spidey fan. I started a meme account over it, so
I wish I could say things that I've said to you before, and with Joland about Marvel and about their movies, but I'm not. I don't feel like I should say them.
We should save it for another
time. Okay, I have various opinions about Marvel. But anyway, we won't get into that. I just want to talk about Homecoming for just a quick second.
Ooh, okay. Is there news on that?
No news. More of a personal opinion.
Ooh. Do you want to save it for the Homecoming episode?
Oh, there's going to be a Homecoming episode?
I'm going to do a whole dedicated episode to MCU Spider-Man versus OG, because that's a big debate in the community.
Okay, I was literally just thinking that right now.
Okay,
so I'll save my opinion for next time.
We'll save it for another time. But stay tuned for that, because that's going to be interesting. I'm gonna try to get a special guest on here to cameo for us.
Also, we're gonna go back to the Spider-Verse now. I know we've been jumping around so much, but I think this movie surprisingly got Nicolas Cage to be
Spider-Man Noir.
I love Nicolas Cage.
I love Spider-Man Noir, and Nicolas Cage is a good meme.
It's so good, and I think it fits him perfectly.
Hey, fellas. That's what he does. That's what he does.
He does.
He's like, hey, fellas. And then
why is Nicolas Cage in this
perfect?
movie?
I don't know. I'm still wondering that myself.
Whatever happened to him? What happened to Nick?
What do you mean? What happened to him? He's always been here. He's been.
He was in like a Netflix movie.
He's one of the fat cats. Top of the chain.
Hey, boys!
Him and his oil rink.
You could buy anything for the right price of oil.
I remember back when I was in high school in history class, I would always goof in that class and be like, yeah, that's what the fat cats want you to think.
I don't remember you saying.
You weren't in my history class. That was in junior year. That was in junior year.
Fuck. Damn.
You weren't in my class junior year, bitch.
We only had history
once. It was world history.
Sophomore year.
Yeah.
That was
someone rhymed with fad.
I don't love you, fad. That shit was so funny.
Gee,
that was I was the only one laughing in that class because apparently no one has a sense of humor.
Remember when these stories are for another day, and the audience is probably very confused. We'll explain in detail.
We'll have a high school episode.
We'll have a high school story episode for you. Nothing says Spider-Man than high school stories.
Is this technically the first podcast?
Yeah, this is the first. I mean, like,
wow.
Yeah, I think so.
What an honor.
Technically, right? I mean, like, it depends. This may be episode 2. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm trying to like record
I think we definitely need to be a little bit more organized.
We're gonna be more organized. I'm just like this is like
fun.
This is our like okay. So this may or may not be the first episode. I don't know, but this is our first recording of it. So this may end up being the first episode. We don't know yet because I'm trying to record some of these now because I'm trying to like get some podcasts out, get some people's opinions.
Are you gonna put this on? And you know what I'm talking about. You gonna put this on another YouTube channel?
I am gonna put this on a dedicated YouTube channel for the viewers. I'm gonna put a link in the bio. I'm gonna put a link in the bio in the 90s Spider Meme account. Oh yeah, let me get this straight too. While we can. I am Right Angle. I am Right Angle, and I am the owner of the 90s Spider Meme account. I'm Spider-Man.
And can I just say, I found out today.
He just found out. Okay, so my friend here, Salman McLovin over here.
No names.
No names. No, Salman McLovin over here just found out that we were that I was doing this spider thing. Well, like only one other person knew I was doing it, and he obviously goes by the name of Jolan Douthall.
Yeah.
And he knew when I was only like, I don't know, like 100, and he was like, oh, it's really awesome. I'll join on. And I'm like, yeah. And I really wanted to tell you for a long time. But then I was like, I kind of want to
You played it off really well.
I try my best to like.
You did it. No. Let me tell you guys right here. He is the master of disguise. I didn't know it was him for the longest time because he told me one day, he was like,
Name censored.
he comes up to me, or he texts me, he goes, dude, you gotta follow this account, 90 Spider-Man. He posts some hilarious stuff, and I think he's honestly the best he's the best Spider-Man account I've ever found. And I was like, all right, I gotta check out his stuff. And then he goes, he goes, it's so crazy. You could just send him message, you can DM him, and he'll post the stuff on his account.
Okay, so let me defend that is true. If you send me a meme, I will post the meme if it's a pretty good meme. I will do it.
But the funny thing was, he was talking about himself posting the stuff that he
person.
already made.
I was essentially talking in the third person.
So let me pull up what I found here. So the first thing I sent to him was it was the picture of the guy in the homemade human spider outfit that says, "Stay alert, web slinger. It's gonna be a long night." And then Wright says, "I love it, but keep in mind, I still think it's like some random ass dude from like Wisconsin or something like that posting some shitty memes on 90 Spider-Man." The funny thing was, I was actually getting angry that you weren't. That 90s Spider-Man wasn't posting it. So I was like, oh my god, he hasn't posted my picture yet. What the heck?
He said he would.
But then I go, so, dude, thank you so much. You actually made my week, dog. Of course, man. It's fans like you that remind me how awesome Spider-Man community really
I'm
is.
going to swing in here real quick again and say this. I honestly do believe this community is phenomenal.
It's awesome.
This spider community is the Spider-Verse community here is fantastic. I love every single one of you. It's like, because the guys are so much fun, and I love when we express our our opinions and thoughts of Spider-Man and movies in general. It's always fun. Go on.
I want you to check your phone.
Oh, I'm excited.
Now, that's also a perfect segue in the next thing that we could talk about.
That only we know it's a segue.
That only we know. Okay, it was a meme about.
It was shout out to Raimi memes.
Yeah,
shout out to Raimi. It was he sent me a solid Raimi meme. Please go if you do not follow Raimi memes. Please do it because he is the guy who inspired me to make an account.
The Raimi memes will never die.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
But it was a meme about the new Spider-Man DLC, which I have not played yet.
I have not had the chance. Turf Wars.
And it's kind of been spoiled for me a little bit on YouTube. And this is something that I've been wanting to talk about with you.
Small spoilers?
I'm not going to spoil anything, trust me.
Okay.
But thumbnails.
Thumbnails are a big problem.
I hate thumbnails in YouTube and even on Instagram. They spoil everything. I didn't care about the suits because I knew they were going to show off the suits. Plus, Turf Wars suits suck ass.
You don't like the Turf Wars suits?
I only like one of them.
Which one?
That's the Iron Spider suit.
I thought, okay, I will defend one of them. Not the anime suit. I like a lot of people. Hey,
if you like the anime suit, good on you.
David is Jolan Douthall, by the way. David said he liked the suit. He liked the anime suit, which I understand. Okay. It's fine, but as of right now, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm
not impressed either. And I got really excited because I thought the armor suit was the black suit.
Oh,
when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, they put the black suit." No, never mind.
It was the armor suit, but the armor suit, I will admit, is cool because it is actually on topic. It is in the animated series.
Is it really?
Yes, it's from a millionaire multiverse Spider-Man who's like a millionaire, and that's like his armor spider suit.
That's actually pretty badass.
That's why I was like, okay, I can dig that, and it looks really nice. And the Iron Spider one looks phenomenal.
I will give Insomniac this. Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man, probably the best iteration of Spider-Man so far.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
So far, it even beats out some of the movies. Sorry, Tom Holland. I will appreciate that they are putting out suits that I have personally never seen before that are part of the Spider-Man universe, but do I care for them? Not so much.
Yeah.
I do like the Scarlet Spider, the one that they just added in the last DLC, the one that was red and black.
Yes, yeah, I like
I still
that
haven't
one.
gotten that one.
You haven't? No. You literally just got it last night.
I haven't gotten it yet. But no, thumbnails. I hate thumbnails to death. I've been spoiled by them. I've now been spoiled about sort of the ending fight scene in Turf Wars, and it's pissed me off. I'm not gonna say what it is. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I feel like I need to plow through story modes now because every time I go on, like every time a story mode's post for clickbait, they almost show a picture of the ending of the game.
They do.
So like it's like
because some people don't have a PS4,
yeah,
and they like Spider-Man.
Yeah, like check it out. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to defeat it myself, and thanks for. Well, a big problem for me with that was before the game came out, people were posting on the thumbnails and Instagram in general all the suits that were released.
It's ridiculous,
and I hate it because I know I'm not a big fan of all the suits in the game, but I wanted to find out what suits are in the game myself. Like I already knew the Stark Tech suit. I already knew the Homecoming Stark Tech suit was going to be in it, but I wanted to appreciate what it looked like in the game when I unlocked it, for I can geek out even more. But then it got spoiled by me. But either way, in the game it looks beautiful. I would argue it almost looks better than the CGI from the movie. But but it can ruin a game experience totally. If you
it does.
Well, it's like
it's the surprise factor.
Okay,
like oh my god, I didn't know this suit was in the game. But now I know the suit is in the game.
I'll say it. I'm about to say spoiler warning, but let's say they spoil the end. You know the end of Spider-Man PS4. What happens if someone posted a picture of what happens in the very end? You know,
they basically do.
Yeah, what happens if that ruins it for someone who hasn't played the game yet?
Like what Peter does to what Peter makes.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
The end,
exactly.
That's been spoiled for me. I've seen it, and I was like, why? Why would you do that to the community who's playing the game? And you know,
how could they do this to the fans?
How could they do this to the fans? That's a phrase that I've been saying for about a month now. But Stan Lee, when you died, how could you do this to the fans?
Stan, how could he do this?
No, I love Stan.
Rest in peace, Stanley. I love you, buddy.
Seriously, R.I.P. Stan. Back on topic. I'm going on YouTube pretty much at least 5 times a day to watch my channels that I watch, my videos that I watch. And I used to follow... What?
I said, of course.
And I used to follow... I'm not pointing any fingers. I used to follow a specific YouTuber who posted really good walkthroughs. Games that, like... When I was a kid, I would used to watch because I could never afford the games that I could play.
I just thought of Allier.
What's up, guys? Allier here. Let's play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Fuck off, bud. Go play Fortnite. You don't know what you're doing.
Go on.
Anyway, I used to watch this guy's channel, blah, 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 when I was a kid, because sometimes you just couldn't really afford a game, but you really wanted to know what happened in the game. And then I still follow him. I'm still subscribed to him. May not be for long, because he keeps posting this shitty thumbnails, spoiling the movie, or the games, excuse me. And I was scrolling through and I saw what happens in Turf Wars. I basically saw the ending of Turf Wars in one picture.
Good God.
It was terrible. It was the main bad guy,
doing
which everybody already knows, which is Hammerhead.
Yeah, everyone, yeah.
And it basically just got spoiled for me. It was ridiculous because, like, I was excited for Turf Wars. I thought Black Cat was, or Heist, it was
all right.
It was decent. I think it was setting the scene for what was to come.
Yeah, and then
I was like, oh, Turf Wars is good. Suits are okay, but maybe the story's going to be a little bit better. I have a feeling it is. And I think Hammerhead was a good decision because he is a pretty popular Spider-Man villain, I feel like somewhat. And it makes sense within the world that Spider-Man's in. The Fisk is gone. There's no mob leader anymore, so there needs to be another mob that takes over. So it's Hammerhead. It makes sense. But it just got spoiled for me, and I hate it so much because people don't realize how much impact a thumbnail has in a video.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just, obviously, it's just total clickbait. I hate it so much.
I'm going to change subjects real quick. We're almost out of time.
Oh, shit.
But I want to put this in there because this is what I was talking about earlier when I said this is no surprise. But it wants me to lead me to another thing. Avengers Infinity War. This is some news for you, everyone. Avengers Infinity War, Sam, will be available to stream on Netflix on Christmas Day.
Really?
Yes, seriously.
Well, good thing because the account I bought it on my Gmail got deleted and I don't have it anymore. So good thing I can watch it on Netflix.
Thank God. But that was leading me to this. There's been Daniel, what the hell? David told me that a rumor that's been going around that the
what is it?
Avengers 4 trailer could be coming out this Friday.
No kidding.
Yeah, but at first he was like,
That seems a little early.
I said that, but the 1 year anniversary of Infinity War trailer is in 1 week.
That's true.
It's so close to like when Infinity War released their trailer.
That's true. That's a good point. Plus, they also did move the date for Infinity War early too.
Yeah, the first one.
So that would, yeah, maybe I could kind of see it, but I still think it's a little too early.
We'll find out by the end of the week. But I think it's a little too early. But I had to guess it's either this week. I'm going to say if it's not this week, it's going to be guaranteed next week.
It's gonna be sometimes before the year ends.
Oh, they already said that. They already confirmed it's going to be sometime before the year.
As long as it doesn't show on the Super Bowl with Han Solo.
No Super Bowl. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up for this episode of the Right Angle Show. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. This was your host, Right Angle. Co-host, Joel and Douthall, or David. He isn't here right now. And this was our co-host, Salman McLevin, a.k.a. Benjamin.
Yeah, or that too.
Benjamin Franklin.
No, Bennett.
Benjamin Franklin. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope I get to see you next time.